I'm with Dr. Laura Jana, who is a pediatrician, and she mentioned that she has some expertise about the issue of cell phones. And this is a big issue on tree huggers, so I thought I would ask the question. And so I'm asking you again, from a doctor and a pediatrician's point of view, what do you think about the effect of cell phones on young people's brains?
You know, it's very interesting, and it's really been brought to light, especially in regards to recent reports about a 5-fold increase in certain types of brain cancer in children who use cell phones. Interestingly, if you start looking at the background, both of this report that came out, it's still unpublished data, and there is really good utility to having peer-reviewed academic data that really kind of holds up to the research side of things. I think what came out is very interesting, but I'm not convinced that parents should all be throwing away their kids' cell phones and panicking because of this study or this report. Now, at the same time, if you look at what was made in the statement by this very well-renowned scientist, very well-respected scientist, some of his cautionary tips for parents about kids and cell phone use.
Sensible.
Okay, let's forget the pediatrics, let's forget the radio frequencies and everything else. Let's talk practical parenting. Very good practical tips, and I would put them in place now, because for kids, cell phones in my family, it's not a social tool. My kids who are 11, 10, and 8 use cell phones. It's a family tool. It's how I make sure that when I'm picking them up or dropping them off or shuffling between soccer practice and volleyball practice, I know they're safe, they know how to reach me, something changes, something comes up, that we can get in touch with each other. But limit their use. One of the recommendations is switch ears back and forth. We probably all should do that. Now, cell phone technology is relatively new, but it's not new enough that we don't have data. And if you look at the review of data and some other very renowned scientists, it doesn't pan out specifically yet. The type of radio frequency we're talking about is very low. It's not tissue damaging. It's not the things that you hear about when you say it's like microwaves. It's not the same as microwaves. But from a practical standpoint, I think for parents, pay attention to it, don't panic, but implement these principles anyways. Limit the use to where it's a family tool, limit the amount of time, and on the safety side, know who your kids are talking to. Now you've got an unregulated space where kids can be contacted, much like the internet, where you've got to watch for their safety on that side of things as well.
Thank you very much.